Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a cliff. Not a literal cliff, but the precipice of your own independence. You look down and you see the life you used to have. The hikes, the dances, the simple act of chasing a grandchild across a park. Now look at your legs. Do they feel like the sturdy pillars they once were? Or do they feel like rusted hinges creaking under the weight of every step? We are told from the moment we hit 60 that this decline is inevitable. That weakness is the tax we pay for longevity. That if our legs are failing, it is simply because time is running out. But what if I told you that this narrative is not just pessimistic, it is scientifically wrong? What if the weakness you feel is not a symptom of aging, but a symptom of starvation? Not starvation for food, but starvation for specific critical signals that your body has stopped receiving. Your muscles are not dying, they are waiting. They are waiting for 3 specific keys to unlock a repair mechanism that has been dormant, perhaps for years. And here is the most shocking part. These keys are cheap, they are natural, they are available to everyone, but you will never see them in a glossy commercial during the Super Bowl. You will rarely hear your doctor mention them in a 15-minute visit. Why? Because there is no profit in telling you how to heal yourself with nutrients that cost pennies a day. There is only profit in managing your decline. Today, we are going to break that cycle, and I'm going to walk you through the science of 3 vitamins that can rebuild your leg strength from the inside out. But this is not just about swallowing pills. This is about understanding the biology of your own body, respecting its rhythms, and giving it exactly what it needs at the exact moment it needs it. We are going to dive deep into the physiology of nerve repair, muscle synthesis, and calcium regulation. We are going to look at why timing is everything, and why taking these nutrients before bed is the single most powerful change you can make for your mobility. This script is designed to be your companion, your guide, and your catalyst. So, settle in, get comfortable, and let's explore the truth about your legs. Before we begin, I want to connect with you. Where are you listening from? Are you in a quiet room hoping for answers? How old are you? And be honest with me. Are your legs carrying you, or are you dragging them? Drop a comment below. We read every single one, and we tailor our advice to your reality. This is a community of people who refuse to accept decline as their destiny. Now, let's begin. Let's start by dismantling the myth is that leg weakness is muscular. If you just need to lift more weights, work more muscles, push harder. But for many seniors, the problem is not the muscle itself. The problem is the connection. Imagine a high-performance sports car. It has a powerful engine, robust tires, and a sleek chassis. But if the wiring harness is frayed, if the electrical signals from the dashboard cannot reach the engine, that car is not going anywhere. It doesn't matter how much gas you put in it. It doesn't matter how polished the exterior is. If the signal is broken, the power is useless. This is what is happening in your legs, and the primary culprit is a deficiency in vitamin B12. Most people think of B12 as an energy booster, something to take when you feel tired in the afternoon. That is a simplification that misses the profound neurological role this vitamin plays. For your legs, B12 is not fuel. It is the insulation on the wire. Your nervous system is a vast, complex network of cables running from your brain, down your spine, and into every muscle fiber of your lower body. These cables are wrapped in a protective layer called the myelin sheath. Think of myelin as the rubber coating on an electrical cord. It keeps the signal strong, fast, and precise. B12 is the primary material your body uses to build and repair this myelin. When B12 levels drop, the insulation begins to fray. The signals from your brain to your legs become static. They become slow. You don't just feel weak, you feel disconnected. Your brain sends the command step, but your leg receives a fuzzy, delayed message that says maybe. This is why B12 deficiency often mimics serious neurological conditions. It causes numbness in the feet, tingling in the calves, and a strange, unsettling instability in the knees. Many seniors are misdiagnosed with early-stage Parkinson's or diabetic neuropathy, when in reality, they are simply starving for B12. And here is the silent tragedy that affects nearly half of adults over 60. Your stomach stops producing enough hydrochloric acid to extract B12 from food. As we age, our digestive fire dims. You could eat a perfect steak dinner rich in B12, but if your stomach acid is low, that B12 remains trapped in the protein, unabsorbed, passing through your system, unused. The National Institutes of Health reports that up to 43% of people over 60 have low or borderline B12 levels. 43%. That is nearly 1 in 2 people, and most of them have no idea. They attribute the numbness to age. They attribute the tingling to circulation. They attribute the buckling knees to weakness, but it is not weakness. It is a communication breakdown. A landmark study published in the journal Neurology followed 2,500 seniors over several years. The findings were stark. Those with low B12 levels were nearly 3 times more likely to develop walking difficulties. They had a 60% higher risk of falling. Why? Because without B12, the nerves deteriorate. And once the nerve is damaged, the muscle it controls begins to atrophy. It's a domino effect, but here's the hope. Nerves can heal. They can regenerate, but they do not do it during the day. They do it at night. During deep sleep, your body enters a state of intense neural maintenance. It strips away damaged tissue and rebuilds the myelin sheath. It is a nightly renovation project. If B12 is not present in your bloodstream during this window, the repair crew shows up to an empty construction site. Nothing gets built. The damage accumulates. That is why timing is everything. Taking B12 before bed ensures that the raw materials are available exactly when your nervous system is ready to work. It is like leaving the bricks out for the masons so they can start work as soon as the sun goes down. And unlike caffeine or other stimulants, B12 does not keep you awake. In fact, many people report deeper, more restorative sleep because their nervous system is finally calm, finally connected. The static clears, the signal strengthens. But not all B12 is created equal. If you are taking cyanocobalamin, the common form found in most multivitamins, you are likely wasting your money. Your body has to convert it into an active form, and if your digestion is compromised, that conversion may not happen efficiently. You need methylcobalamin. This is the active form, the form your cells recognize immediately. It is bioidentical to what your body produces, and you need it sublingual, under the tongue. Why? Because the mucous membranes under your tongue are rich in blood vessels. When you let the tablet dissolve there, it bypasses the hostile environment of your stomach and goes straight into the bloodstream. It is a direct line, no digestion required, no acid needed, just pure, unadulterated absorption. Clinical data shows that seniors who switch to sublingual methylcobalamin see improvements in muscle control, nerve response, and balance within 10 to 14 days. 10 days. That is how fast your body wants to heal if you give it the right tools. One case study even documented a senior who could not walk unassisted for more than 10 minutes, regaining full mobility after 6 weeks of daily B12 therapy. This is not a miracle. This is nutritional science applied with precision. So, if your legs feel heavy, if you feel like you're walking through mud, if you notice twitching at night or a lack of precision in your steps, check your wiring. Restore your B12. It is not just a vitamin. It is a signal flare telling your nerves to come back online. It is the first step in reclaiming your foundation. To the second pillar of leg strength. If B12 is the wiring, vitamin D3 is the brick and mortar. It is the structure itself. Most people know D3 as the sunshine vitamin, important for bones. We are taught from childhood to drink milk and sit in the sun to build strong skeletons. But that is an outdated, incomplete view. After age 60, D3 becomes a potent anabolic hormone for your muscles. It is directly involved in muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body repairs the micro tears caused by daily movement. Every time you stand up, every time you climb a stair, you create tiny microscopic damages in your muscle fibers. This is normal. This is how muscles grow, but they only grow if they are repaired, and D3 is the foreman of that repair crew. Here's the problem. More than 70% of seniors are deficient in D3. And when D3 is low, your muscles literally forget how to grow. You walk around the house, you create the damage, but your body cannot patch it up. So, instead of getting stronger, you get weaker. You lose mass. This is the onset of sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. It starts in the legs, your thighs shrink, your calves lose definition, and suddenly standing up from a chair feels like lifting a weight. Your world begins to shrink because your legs can no longer support your ambitions. A 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that seniors who supplemented with D3 gained 19% more leg strength and 34% fewer falls in just 3 months. 19%. Let that sink in. That is the difference between needing pain and walking freely. That is the difference between fear and confidence. But here is the secret that most doctors miss, the nuance that changes everything. D3 works best at night. Why? Because D3 receptors in your muscle tissue are most active during deep sleep, coinciding with the release of growth hormone. When you take D3 before bed, you are syncing the nutrient with your body's natural peak repair cycle. You are feeding the machine when it is hungriest. You are providing the materials when the workers are on shift. Furthermore, D3 is a powerful anti-inflammatory. That deep burning ache in your calves at night, that stiffness in your thighs when you try to stand, that is often chronic micro-inflammation in the muscle tissue. It is the result of years of wear and tear, of incomplete repairs, of cellular stress. D3 helps regulate that inflammation, calming the tissue so it can heal. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging found that seniors with D3 deficiency had twice the rate of nighttime leg pain. Those who took D3 before sleep saw reductions in pain and improvements in walking speed within 6 weeks. They didn't just feel less pain, they moved faster, they moved better. But you must get the form right. You need D3, cholecalciferol, not D2. D2 is plant-based and less effective. D3 is the form your body produces from sunlight, and it is the form your muscles recognize. And you need the right dose. For most seniors, 2 to 4,000 IU is the sweet spot, but always check with your doctor based on your blood levels. And because D3 is fat-soluble, you cannot just swallow it with water. It needs fat to be absorbed. It is like oil and water. They do not mix unless you add an emulsifier. Take it with a small amount of healthy fat, a few almonds, a spoon of almond butter, or a piece of cheese. This simple step can double your absorption. And do not rely on the sun. After 60, your skin's ability to produce D3 from sunlight drops by 75%. Your skin thickens, the enzymes change, and the efficiency plummets. You can sit in the sun all day and still be deficient. Supplementation is not optional, it is essential. And when taken at night, D3 does not disrupt sleep, it supports it. It calms the nervous system and reduces the cramping that keeps so many people awake. It tells your muscles that it is safe to relax, to let go, to rebuild. So, if you feel like your legs are shrinking, if you feel sore even after a light day, if you struggle to regain strength even with exercise, your muscles are screaming for D3. Give it to them at night and watch them rebuild. Watch them find their volume again. Watch them remember their strength. But now we arrive at the most powerful, the most overlooked, the true game changer. Number 1, vitamin K2. If you have never heard of K2, you are not alone. Most people know K1, which helps blood clotting. You find K1 in leafy greens, but K2 is different. K2 is the traffic controller of your body. Its primary job is to direct calcium. You see, calcium is a double-edged sword. It is essential for life. You need it for strong bones, for muscle contractions, for nerve signaling. But if it ends up in the wrong places, it is dangerous. If calcium deposits in your arteries, it causes hardening of the arteries leading to heart disease. If it deposits in your joints, it causes arthritis, stiffness, and pain. If it deposits in your soft tissues, it causes calcification, making your muscles feel tight and rigid. Without K2, calcium wanders aimlessly. It is like a crowd of people with no usher, no direction, no plan. They block the exits, they clutter the halls, they cause chaos. K2 activates a protein called osteocalcin, which grabs calcium from the bloodstream and locks it into your bones. It acts as the usher, guiding the calcium to where it belongs. But here is the breakthrough discovery that is changing the field of geriatric medicine. K2 also activates muscle repair genes. It is not just for bones. A 2021 study in the journal Nutrients gave older adults a daily dose of K2 and tracked their strength and function. In just 8 weeks, participants saw a 21% increase in quadriceps strength and a 31% improvement in standing balance. 31%. That is not a minor tweak. That is a transformation. That is the difference between stumbling and striding, and the effects were strongest in those who took it before bed. Why? Because K2 works in tandem with D3. Think of them as a team, a partnership that has evolved over millions of years. D3 opens the door and invites calcium into the bloodstream. It increases absorption from your gut, but D3 does not know where to put it. That is where K2 comes in. K2 stands at the gate and directs the calcium to the bones and muscles, keeping it out of the arteries and joints. If you take D3 without K2, you are inviting calcium into the party, but giving it no instructions. It can cause more harm than good. Many seniors take high doses of D3 and still feel stiff, still experience joint pain, still suffer from arterial calcification. Why? Because they are missing the director. They are missing K2. Furthermore, K2 improves glucose metabolism in muscles. This is crucial for seniors with insulin resistance or pre-diabetes. Better glucose metabolism means your muscles have more energy, more endurance, and less fatigue. It means your muscles can use fuel more efficiently. A clinical trial in aging and disease showed that K2 improved blood sugar control and leg endurance during walking tests. Participants could walk further, faster, with less effort. And when taken at night, K2 supports overnight muscle glycogen replenishment. Glycogen is the stored energy in your muscles. When you sleep, your body refills these stores. K2 helps this process, ensuring that you wake up with fueled muscles ready for the day, rather than drained and sore. The problem is K2 is rare in the modern diet. It is found in fermented foods like natto, aged cheeses, and certain meats. Unless you are eating these foods daily, you are likely deficient. The best form to supplement is MK7. This form stays in your body longer, providing a steady stream of direction for your calcium throughout the night. It has a long half-life, meaning it works while you sleep. Taking K2 before bed flips the switch on your body's repair system. It tells your bones to harden and your muscles to soften and strengthen. It is the missing link. So, if your knees crack, if your calves ache, if you feel like your body is calcifying from the inside out, if you are taking D3 but not seeing results, you need K2. It is the key that unlocks the full potential of D3 and protects your longevity. It is the guardian of your mobility. Now let's put this all together. Knowledge is useless without action. Theory is empty without practice. So, here is your nightly protocol. It is simple, it is sustainable, and maximum of to build a rich vitamin B 30 minutes before bed, single methyl under your tongue. Let it dissolve. Do not swallow it whole. This bypasses your gut and goes straight to your nerves. Keep the bottle next to your toothbrush so you never forget. Make it part of your hygiene routine. Brush, floss, B12. Next, take your vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 together. These two are best friends. They are synergistic. Take them about 20 to 30 minutes before sleep with a small, fat-based snack. A few nuts, a spoon of yogurt, or a piece of cheese. This ensures the D3 is absorbed and the K2 has the fuel it needs to direct calcium. Do not take them with a heavy meal as digestion can interfere with sleep. Just a small bit of fat is enough. Keep these bottles on your nightstand. Make it effortless. Consistency is the magic ingredient. These vitamins do not work like painkillers. They work like architects. They rebuild your structure over time. But if you miss nights, the construction stops. So, make it a ritual. A glass of water, your 3 supplements, a moment of quiet. Let your body know it is time to heal. Let your mind know it is time to rest. But wait, there are 3 more habits that will amplify this routine, turning a good result into a great one. These are the multipliers. First, hydrate with intention. Dehydration is a silent killer of leg strength. When you are dehydrated, your blood thickens, circulation slows, your muscles cannot absorb the B12, D3, and K2 you just took. It is like trying to water a garden with a kinked hose. The water is there, but it cannot reach the roots. That achy feeling at night, it might just be thirst. Aim for a glass of water every 90 minutes during the day. Sip steadily, do not gulp. Let your cells soak it up. Stop drinking an hour before bed to avoid waking up, but ensure you are well hydrated before you start your nighttime routine. Second, watch your evening meal. If you eat a heavy, high-carb dinner late at night, your body spends all night digesting instead of repairing. Digestion and repair are competing processes. They require different energy states. If your body is busy breaking down bread and sugar, it cannot build muscle. It cannot repair nerves. Eat a light dinner rich in protein and vegetables at least 2 hours before bed. This shifts your body into repair mode faster, allowing your vitamins to work more effectively. You will sleep deeper. You will wake up lighter. Third, move gently before bed. Not exercise, movement. 5 minutes of seated leg extensions, ankle circles, or heel raises. This pumps blood into your legs, delivering the nutrients you just took directly to the muscle tissue. It is like priming the pump. A study in geriatric rehabilitation found that just 5 minutes of light movement before sleep increased nighttime blood flow by 22% and reduced stiffness within 10 days. It signals to your nervous system that your legs are alive, active, and ready to recover. It tells your brain, these legs are still in use, keep them strong. So, here is a summary. 3 vitamins. B12 to repair the wiring, D3 to build the muscle, K2 to direct the calcium and activate repair. Taken at night with hydration, light eating, and gentle movement. This is not a quick fix. This is a return to function. This is your body doing what it was designed to do, if only you give it the right materials. The science is clear. The studies are linked. The path is open, but you must walk it. You must take the first step, and then the next, and then the next. The question is no longer whether this works. The question is, will you start tonight? Will you give your legs the chance to rebuild while you sleep? Or will you wake up tomorrow with the same weakness, the same ache, the same fear? The choice is yours, but remember, your body is waiting. It is ready to heal. It just needs you to turn on the lights. Take the B12, take the D3, take the K2, and let your legs carry you into a stronger future. Let them carry you back to the life you love. Because you are not done yet. Your story is not over. It is just beginning a new chapter, one of strength, of stability, of renewed power. So, tonight, before you close your eyes, take those 3 steps. And tomorrow, when you open them, stand tall. Feel the difference. Feel the connection. Feel the strength. And know that you are in control.